When you hear Ronaldo's name mentioned, you immediately think about Cristiano Ronaldo, the forward with the most goals scored in football history and the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner. But what if we told you there exists an original Ronaldo that many consider a better football player? Yes, you heard that right. Imagine Mbappe's quickness, Messi's dribbling, and Cristiano's finishing all mixed into one player. This forward hypnotized defenders and goalkeepers with his movements and finishes, and he even conquered the world before turning 20. We are talking about the one and only Ronaldo Nazario de Lima, the Brazilian forward who took the world by storm in the late 90s and early 2000s. Just how good was the original Ronaldo during his playing days? And if he was that great, what stopped him from dominating the football scene just like Messi and Cristiano did? Hang tight as we take you on a journey to discover just how good El Phenomeno was. Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima, also known as Ronaldo or Ronaldo Nazario, was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil on September 18, 1976. He was born and raised in Bento Ribeiro, one of Brazil's poor neighborhoods. Ronaldo's ability and passion for football has been evident since his early days. He dropped out of school when he was 12 to focus on playing the beautiful game. He and his friends used to play barefoot in the streets on dirt pitches. Ronaldo quickly attracted the interest of local coaches, who recognized his talent and urged him to join a youth squad. Following that advice, Ronaldo joined the Social Ramos Club, a neighborhood futsal youth team in Rio de Janeiro. The young boy scored 166 goals in his first season in the youth league, including 11 goals in a single game. Ronaldo's unbelievable performances caught the eye of the former Brazilian player and the Sao Gustavo coach Jairzinho, who recruited Ronaldo to play for his club's youth team. The Phenomeno kept on impressing and quickly progressed through the ranks before Jairzinho recommended the player to his former club Cruzeiro. Ronaldo joined Cruzeiro in 1993 at age 17. He rapidly established himself as a teenage prodigy. The young forward scored 44 goals in 47 games for the club as he led them to their first Copa do Brasil win in 1993 and the state championship in 1994. The legendary Brazilian right-back Cafu said on the 17-year-old, "The first time I saw him play was at Cruzeiro. He was still a kid. It was in a game where he ended up scoring 5 goals. From that point on, he showed he was truly a phenomenon." Ronaldo was so good that he won the World Cup when he was 17. Well, he earned himself a spot in the Brazil squad for the 1994 World Cup, despite being so young. Brazil went on to win that tournament. However, Ronaldo did not play a single minute. But still, to be part of a World Cup winning squad at just 17 years of age shows the great potential the young forward had. So, you might be wondering what made Ronaldo so good. Well, let us tell you why he was so special. Ronaldo was incredibly fast. He could go from 0 to 100 in a split second when driving with the ball forward, leaving his opponents behind. Speed is not enough, you say. Well, of course. Ronaldo was more than just pace. He was also exceptionally technically gifted. He could easily maneuver his way out in tight spaces and when surrounded by multiple players. He was also physically strong, able to shrug off defenders when he needed. Ronaldo also had a fantastic goal-scoring instinct, right or left foot. The Brazilian had no issue putting the ball past goalkeepers no matter the occasion. In addition to being a goal-scoring machine, Ronaldo was a team player who enjoyed combining with his teammates and creating chances for them. After 2 impressive seasons with Cruzeiro, European clubs started showing interest. His Brazilian teammate Romario, previously played for PSV Eindhoven, advised the striker to join the club. Ronaldo joined the Dutch side in 1996, where his supernatural ability began to shine. He scored 30 goals during his first season with PSV, including 7 braces and a hat-trick. The Brazilian set the Netherlands on fire. During his second season, Ronaldo suffered a knee injury that forced him to be sidelined for most of the campaign. He still averaged nearly a goal a game though, scoring 19 in 21 appearances for PSV. We're now used to seeing players like Messi and Neymar sway their way around defenders. However, doing that in the late 90s was challenging. The game was more aggressive, the pitches were worse, and defenders relied heavily on physicality. This is what made Ronaldo so unique. The way he dribbled past players was magical. His stepovers were hypnotizing, and defenders were stunned when he used the Elastico skill. From his backheel goal against Vitesse to his powerful long-range shot against Ajax, Ronaldo gave the PSV fans plenty of moments to cherish. Now, with the whole world talking about the wonder boy who plays in Netherlands, big European clubs started to sniff around the player. In 1997, Barcelona broke the bank and signed Ronaldo for a record transfer fee of 15 million euros. El Phenomeno took La Liga by storm. He scored 47 and assisted 12 in 49 appearances. He led the Blaugrana to win the UEFA Cup Winners' Trophy, the Copa del Rey, and the Supercopa de España. Individually, he won La Liga's top goal scorer award with 34 goals in 37 games and the European Golden Boot. Ronaldo's most memorable goal for Barcelona, though, came against SD Compostela. He received the ball in his first half, fought off the first defender, dragged the ball back to evade the second, and ran towards the goal, before going past another two defenders and sliding the ball into the bottom corner of the net. Ronaldo was rumoured to have signed an 8-year contract with Barcelona, and just before the season finished, talks began to renew about offering him a bigger salary. However, the deal collapsed. Inter Milan took advantage and paid the €26.5 million release clause. The deal made Ronaldo the second player in history after Diego Maradona break the world record transfer fee twice. Ronaldo joined Inter Milan in 1997 and quickly adapted to Serie A. He spent 4 years in Italy, scoring 59 goals in 99 appearances in all competitions. Ronaldo finished his first season with 25 goals in 32 league games and was named Serie A Footballer of the Year. He also went on to win the FIFA World Player of the Year award for the second time and succeeded in taking the Ballon d'Or home. Achieving such heights playing in a league where defenders such as Costa Curta and Cannavaro existed and competing with forwards such as Del Piero and Batistuta demonstrates how unbelievably gifted the Brazilian was. During the 1998 World Cup, Ronaldo scored 4 goals and provided 3 assists on his way to the tournament's final against France. However, the forward suffered a convulsive fit hours before the final, which heavily affected his performance and the whole team's, resulting in Brazil losing the game 3-0. Ronaldo picked up his club career from where he left off and was destined to dominate the scene for years. Unfortunately, the unexpected occurred. During his third season in Inter Milan, Ronaldo felt something off with his knee in a league game against Lecce. Medical examination proved that the forward had ruptured a tendon in his knee, which required him to have surgery that sidelined him for 5 months. On April 12, 2000, Ronaldo made his comeback, a comeback that only lasted 6 minutes, as the forward suffered a complete rupture of his kneecap tendons. Nilton Petron, who was Ronaldo's physiotherapist at the time, said his kneecap had actually exploded. It's the worst football injury I've ever seen. The forward was forced to miss the entirety of the 2000-2001 season and most of the 2001-2002 campaign. However, Ronaldo's career with Inter was exceptional, despite it being plagued with injuries. He caused nightmares to the league's defenders, and AC Milan's legendary defender Paolo Maldini admitted that Ronaldo and Diego Maradona were the best 2 players he had ever faced. Do you think suffering such a devastating injury would indeed affect the player physically and mentally? Well, think again. After 2 operations and rehabilitation, Ronaldo prepared himself to be part of the Brazilian squad participating in the 2002 World Cup. The forward had barely played for 2 years and missed his nation's qualification campaign. With the memories of the 1998 final still haunting him, Ronaldo was determined to achieve glory with his country. The El Fenomeno led Brazil to its 5th World Cup, winning the tournament's golden boot by scoring 8 goals, including a brace in the final against Germany. And Ronaldo went on to win his second Ballon d'Or in 2002. Imagine winning the award despite being unable to play regularly during the last 2 seasons. That's just how good the Brazilian was. Do you think Ronaldo's redemption arc was complete and he has nothing else to prove? Think again. The Brazilian had unfinished business in Spain, as he didn't win the La Liga title during his Barcelona days. He joined Real Madrid's first Galactico era, including Zinedine Zidane, Figo, and David Beckham. Ronaldo went on to spend 4.5 seasons with Real Madrid, scoring 103 goals in 177 appearances. He ended up winning 2 La Liga titles, 1 Intercontinental Cup, and 1 Supercopa de España. Ronaldo's most memorable moment in the white shirt was in the Champions League quarter-finals against Manchester United at Old Trafford. The forward completed his hat-trick with a powerful strike from 30 yards out. He was then substituted in the 67th minute and received a standing ovation from not only the travelling Real Madrid fans, but also the Red Devils supporters. Ronaldo's career with Real Madrid ended due to multiple injuries and weight issues. He moved to AC Milan in January 2007 and was released in 2008. He then went back to play in Brazil for Corinthians before retiring in 2011. In an era filled with legendary forwards and monstrous defenders, Ronaldo succeeded in coming to the top to be one of the best players the world has ever seen. Scoring goals was easy for him, and getting past defenders was something that he just did for fun. With 2 World Cups and 2 Ballon d'Ors, Ronaldo will forever remain as one of the best forwards football has ever witnessed. So, what do you guys think? Do you think R9 is as good as some of the other greats that we talk about today, like Maradona, Messi, CR7, and Pele? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future uploads.